Hey, Mrs. Raymond here, and we have been having a lot of fun studying the structure of drama, which is TEAC 4.9c. We have been learning about the characters and the setting and the plots and all that good stuff, as well as having fun beginning to act those plays out. So we're going to take a look at a play here today. It's called Whodunit, Who Knows? And you see here I have my cast, or my characters. I have an off-stage voice. I have Miss Wu, Olivia Wu, Manny the parrot, Detective Billy, Miss Bird, Mr. Lamb, Miss Holstein, Mr. Colt, and Mr. Boxer. And then the next structure that we see is the setting. It's a travel agency. And at first, over here, it says the stage is dark, and I see somebody whispering. So I'm going to assume our setting starts at nighttime. And then here the lights go up, so this must be the next day. So these are all part of our settings, where and when. So I see it starts at night and then it goes into the day. We also have these stage directions. These stage directions are often in the parentheses or the brackets, so I can find those super easy. The stage is dark. Okay, I see the stage directions. He's supposed to be whispering here, clicking on a keyboard, singing softly. It tells people what they should do, not what they should say, but the things that they should do. Lights up. Okay, so there are stage directions, and I'm just going to look real quick. I don't see any more on this one, but what I do see a lot of is I see a lot of dialogue. Dialogue is just your talking. The offstage voice says different things here. Okay? And then you see a lot of dialogue between Detective Billy, all of these lines. But notice I'm not underlining the names that are bolded because those are our characters. We do not say this part. We only say the parts that are in pink, the dialogue. Everything else is just directions, or it tells us who is supposed to be speaking. Okay? So as we read along too, we find out some more things. So I see it says, offstage voice says, now let's see what we've got here. Clickety, clickety, clickety. Ba, ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 bags full. And I see here it gives us some more directions. A following action has already occurred. A crime has been committed. A computer file has been stolen from a travel agency that has addresses on it. All of the houses on the file have been burglarized lately. Detective Billy and the travel agency employees are trying to find the criminal. And then here is Act 2, because you know in a play we don't have chapters, we have acts. Detective Billy says, well, Olivia, you may not have solved the case, but at least you've narrowed down the number of suspects to 2, Mr. Colt and Mr. Lamb. Now, if you 2 gentlemen would kindly accompany me to the station for further questioning. I don't think that will be necessary. Detective Billy, you see the thief has to be able to sing. Excuse me, what does singing have to do with it? When Mom and I arrived at the office this morning, Manny was singing a song that we'd never heard him sing before. Mom was here till late on Friday. That means Manny must have learned that song between Friday night and Monday night, a period when the office was closed. I follow you. I don't think he's really following her. I think that's some figurative language, which is another one of our thing. It means he understands. And whenever we say something that doesn't literally mean what the words mean, we call that, you're going to love this word, we call that an idiom. Because he is not literally following her, it means he understands. So the words mean something different than their literal meaning. So we call it an idiom. Okay. Just now, Mr. Lamb sang the very song while he was changing the light bulb. My theory is that Mr. Lamb is in the habit of humming or singing while he works. I think he was singing Ba Ba Black Sheep when he was copying Mom's files. Now notice here, here are some more stage directions. Irritated, hands on hip. should underline those in orange too. More guesswork, ridiculous. And finally, Mr. Lamb is very handy. He said so himself. If you search his workshop, I'm sure you'll find the wax he used to make the impression of Mom's keys, plus a machine that makes duplicate keys. Rat that junior detective and her feathered friend. Well, okay, let's go quietly, Mr. Lamb. Thanks, Whodunit, Woo. You've done it again. Miss Olivia, you're terrific. Thanks, Mom. Mr. Lamb turned out to be a real wolf in sheep's clothing. And I see that's bolded. That's some more great word choice right there. Some figurative language. A wolf in sheep's clothing means he's really bad, but he's trying to disguise himself as not being bad. So that's another idiom, some more figurative language to help make our viewers in this case really interested in play. Oh, and let's not forget to thank Manny. Without him, I would have never cracked this case. Black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for my master, 1 for my dame, and 1 for the naughty crook who won't steal again. So there's some good word choice too, because he didn't continue. And it's supposed to say, and 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. But here they made some good word choice and they changed the rhyme to be funny. Oh, and then Manny says, squawk, squawk. So this is some really good word choice. Here we have an onomatopoeia. Okay, with a squawk, squawk. Okay. So, and I like this too. Here's some alliteration with our feathered friend. Okay, so you see all through this, we have our characters, we have our setting, we have our stage direction, we have our dialogue, and we have our figurative language. Now, there are also a couple more things I'd like to talk to you about. We have some character tags. So our character tag for the main character, Olivia, who solves the case, is her last name because Woo sounds like who done it, Woo knows. And here he even calls her Whodunit Woo, which is some more alliteration. There's some great alliteration there with the W's on the beginning, as well as that's a character tag for her. And then the thief also has a character tag in his name because she called him a wolf in sheep's clothing, and we know a lamb is a baby sheep. So that's his character tag that lets us know that he was the bad guy because his name was Mr. Lamb, but he's not a lamb at all. He's a wolf in sheep clothing. And then you see too, he sings this song, Ba Ba Black Sheep, Have You Any Wool, which also goes back to his character tag. Remember, the character tags are those things that help us identify one character. It's a trait that is specific to them. So, and then the last thing I'd like to point out here is we would have some what point of view this was written from. So remember, point of view, you have first person, which uses I a lot. We have second person, which uses you a lot. And we have third person, which uses he and she a lot. And when I'm looking through, I see Olivia speaking I, when Mom and I, and Detective Billy says I. So I would have to say that this play was written in first person. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have. We have reviewed the characters, the setting, the stage directions, the dialogue, the figurative language, the point of view, and character tags. So you can see how much goes into even just a short little drama to make it interesting and to keep our readers, or in this case, our viewers, wanting to continue watch. I hope you have a great day, and we'll have more on plays tomorrow.